lead the conversation.
All right, all right, brother. We
Hmm
got it. We got
We
it. We
live.
live.
We
Hey,
live
what's
right
up?
now.
What's up, guys? King Drew back again. We back here. We started earlier. We're on TikTok. If you missed it, go check it out. We're posted on here so you guys can get all caught up and familiar. We're still getting used to, TikTok and figuring it out. We got this. We got the duality going. So let my man Life first say what's up, and we got us a special guest in the building, straight from where you from?
Trinidad and Tobago, you know.
Trinidad and
But
Tobago, man.
I'm over
Listen,
here in Trinidad and Tobago, you know.
listen. Like we say, we're the hottest podcast on the planet. So we got somebody from Trinidad. We all over, man. So
Let's
Life
go.
first, what's up to the people?
Yeah, you know what it is. Again, we appreciate all the support. Again, we in the building. King Talk Live. We made it. We here. Freedom Nation, stand up. Let's go.
Yeah,
Again, big shout out. Yeah, me. We got again. We international. We got this internet. We got first and foremost. We got this brother. He goes by the name Blacks. Again, man. He's been a long time supporter. You know, most of the more so from behind the scenes, right? But again, as these frequencies continue to keep evolving, you guys are gonna start seeing different aspects of evolution right here in front of you. So this brother Blacks, he said, you know what I mean, he's gonna bless us with a pull up, and this is where we're at right now. So again, man, we appreciate you. We appreciate all your support, man. And and I'm looking forward to this, man. The community is, this is gonna be a great build, So again,
it's needed,
appreciate.
man.
Ready
It's
for it, man.
definitely needed. And this one is called an experience within an experience because we need to talk about it, you know. And even though we started going live previously, we were just working out the kinks between TikTok because ultimately our goal is to go live together on all of the platforms. So right now we're in the works of setting up our setup, and then once we do that, we're gonna be going live on all of them. Whatever platform you follow us on, you'll get to see us, man. So you know, at the end of the day, we appreciate you guys for checking it out. Make sure you hit that like button if you're watching it now, and get in the comments right now. know, we would love to interact with you guys, and if you're watching this later, comment down below. So so Life, if you wanna start it up, because usually I always do, and I want you to take lead today, brother.
Yeah, so you already know how we do it here. Again, when we talk about these types of intent specific to our experiences, right? So when you look at this conception based upon a way to put it into perspective, right? You have cause and effects, right? So we're gonna look at it as cause being ultimately your experiences, which is your intent, and then we have effects, which is the narratives, right? Now, these narratives, a lot of the times that we tend to, be we tend to let consume us, right? A lot of the times right, so based upon us being in the consumption of these narratives, right, this is what's given it the frequency that makes it feel like it's real, right? And you have to say to yourself, what's real versus what's fake, right? What's experience are you saying is real in contrast to an experience that you're now neglecting yourself from having, because why? We're too occupied, experiencing something that us ourselves know is not even real, right? So so ultimately it's just more so to open it up, right, to the room, to the platform, as far as when it comes to these experiences, right? How are we tributing how what these experiences are, right? How are you putting that in perspective in terms of what you consider real versus whatever you consider it to be?
Hmm.
So I mean, that could be for anyone, whoever wants to go with it.
Now, so a great question for you is, what's an experience that we go through that you wouldn't consider to be real?
One more, say it again.
Hmm.
What's to this? Say it again.
What's an experience that we go through that you wouldn't consider to be real based on your thought process?
Oh, so okay. So to put that
Hmm.
into perspective, right? So,
Hmm.
oh, I'm sorry. Were you addressing it to me or
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah. I
Blacks?
just want not to you. I just want
Oh,
to.
okay. Yeah. So when it comes
I'll hear
to
yours and then I can hear his. Go ahead.
this
Experience.
Manipulation, right? In that regards, right? Now, what is the manipulation? What do I refer to as the manipulation is the ideology that stems from you being a part of a nation, right? It's the ideology that stems from you being, you being a part of a country, right? The ideology that comes from you being a part of culture, right? So when I speak of the manipulation in that regards, this is what I'm saying specifically, right? Those are those things that is essentially now robbing us from our perception in that regards, right? So this is what I'm saying. These are fake perceptions, right? All of these experiences, because why do I say that, right? When it comes to those experiences, how did we get there, right? Now, meaning what? Did you get there based upon you now saying that, yes, I came onto this planet and I wanted to do whatever it is that you did, right? And now you're complete, complete with those results, right? Most of the time when you speak to people, they're always talking about, man, if this was like this, if that was like that. So what does that tell you? That clearly you're not doing the things that you will like to do, right? You're actually doing other things that you're being, that your feet, that you feel that you have to, based upon how it's set within, within this manipulation, right? These elected experiences that you're just selecting to experience, right? So, and just to kind of give you a little bit of a synopsis of it, right? Now, granted, we could go more into detail, but that was just a little bit of a synopsis, just so you can understand. So when I say fake perceptions, in my opinion, this is what I'm talking about. These manipulations. You know what I mean?
Blacks, how you feel about that?
Well, I'm taking it in, like if we're going to talk about, to me, everything is about what you agreed with. We're no different from an animal that was taught to do anything. We're just domestic. So our minds are domestic. And you understand? Like, that's the first thing. Teach your dog. I got dogs. You teach them not to use a bathroom in the house then. The same way our parents taught us everything. So it's just about society. What's in society? To me, a big thing is like, we are acting trained how to behave in society. Like, like your parents tell you, don't eat like this because you're outside the house. So this is just the broadening thing of us. You understand what I mean? So we go from parents teaching us, then the teacher teaching us, then the government ultimately teaching us, whatever government you agreed with. You understand? And so to me, that's what it is. And it's simple, But the bigger thing is, where do we stop it? Where do we understand, like, yo, I was taught to behave like this. I was taught to think like this. I was taught to, you understand? Like, to me, that's what it is. And, I'm fresh on it with y'all scene. Like, I would start kicking it with Life First couple of days ago on his views. And I was like, he gave me so much things to think about, where it was like, yo, this is the things that most of us is so, I don't even want to say asleep, we're dead. Most of us is dead running around. I didn't even know if who's real no more. You understand? Because you're watching, if you look at people in their eyes, it's like you're not even seeing anything. If you remember 10 years ago, when you watch someone, you would see like a sparkle in their eyes. It's gone. You understand? Because the programming is so strong right now. You understand? Like, I don't know if it's making sense to you guys or whoever the listeners is. You understand? Watch and see in the eye. You understand? I could see King Jew, you got that old looking you. So I know you alive. You understand? A lot of us they dead. We're talking to dead individuals. So how do you breathe back this air in them? You understand? This might be the first step. To breathe back in the air with them. Life First will tell you, my whole thing is like, it ain't for everybody, because the knowledge, I'm scared. I'm scared to go waking people up. If the government wants you dead, how could I come and wait? I'm just one person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm terrified. I'm always like, man, we were talking, this what he's doing right now. We were talking about this 3-4 years ago. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And I was like, man, listen, I'm scared. This is what they killed Malcolm for, and every great other person we could think about for. This is why they died, because they try to go and wake people up.
But at the end
You
of the day,
understand? So
now go ahead, finish saying what you're gonna say. I'm gonna say after that.
Go ahead, go ahead. So I just want to say to the listeners, I must say one thing before you take over, King Jew. To the listeners, understand the responsibility these young brothers has taken up to wake you guys up. We're not talking, it's not a black thing or a white thing. Let's just first get this color thing be out of the picture right now, because right now it's two black brothers there. You see that. But this is a human being thing. This is not a color thing. This is a human being thing. You understand? The white man is just as dead as the black man right now. You understand? They all just running around clueless, don't even know which way's up. You know, so I just want to say that is what I would say is the responsibility that you all took. This is a big, big responsibility, and I just want to say thank you, because I wasn't gonna do it. I'm scared. You understand? And that's the most thing that. But the thing, now to go back to what you guys was, the original question is, the thing is fear. Most of us are controlled by fear. That's why we're not running around. I've had experiences that I have left my foot before and floated off the ground on my children. You understand? I've done that. So I know what we're capable of. I know what it is. You understand? And the fear, now I'm back to knowing I'm this incredible being, but that has replaced with fear. So first of all, to get over anything and to really awaken anybody, that's what you're gonna have to face is your fears.
Yeah.
King Jew, let me hear from you. I didn't mean to cut you off there, though.
No. What I was saying was that at the end of the day, whether you fear it or we fear it, it's what we came here to do. So at the end of the day, they can do what they want to, but this message is gonna get out. It's never gonna stop at us. We're only a fragment of the message. So this is the thing that I noticed about, whether the people that was there was one leader. With this message, it's multiple people. So it's not just one entity or one person. It's a movement. So when it becomes a movement,
it's a movement.
Don't know who to take out. You don't know who to take out. So it's harder. So at the end of the day, we're doing this because at the end of the day, there's a calling within us that says, hey, there's people that are out there that are living a way that they are not even aware that they're living that way. Think about that. They're going through their whole existence. They don't even have the inkling to even question, is what I'm doing natural, or is it because my parents told me that and their parents told them that, and we've been living that way. So, we talked a lot. It's like, it's very interesting. If you go back and watch all of our content, if you're watching this, go back and watch all of our content. You can see, especially the Question Everything series, very amazing series. Go check it out, because you'll see how we break down even the owning of land, and we talked about all of that and how you can't really own land because it doesn't really make any sense. But just to get back to the context, I feel like we're at a time and space. We're here for this exact reason. We knew why we came here, and this is what we're here for. And regardless of being in fear, and I'll get to the state of fear in a second, but regardless of the fact, we still have to do it. So just to talk about fear a little bit, yes, fear is a way that they use to control us. And I feel like once you get past that fear and understand that, hey, the only thing you would really want, most people really fear is death. Because at the end of the day, if you don't fear death, then what is there really to fear? Because dying is a part of the experience. Whether you believe it or not, whether you want to talk about it or not, it's a part of the experience. It's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's
but should you fear it? Should you fear it, right? So
no,
even when you,
because
right,
it's gonna
okay.
happen. It's going to happen no matter what you try or do. Even if you knew when you were going to die, you're going to try to make sure you're not on that street, or you try to stay away from it. But it's going to happen. It's inevitable. But we try to talk ourselves out of it, you know? So at the end of the day, why do you fear it if you know it's eventually going to happen? So now you should ask yourself, if I know that I'm going to die, should I continue to live the way that I'm living? That's the next question. Should you continue to live the way you're living? Don't you want to experience this earth?
So even to your point, right? So now, if you know you're going to die, why experience the life the way you're doing it, right? Now, ultimately, when you now say that to individuals who is deciding, who's making a conscious decision of saying, well, listen, I get the circumstances, and based upon the landscape, right? I'm saying now, well, I'm going to now go through the process of the slow, but the what inevitable, what death, right? By someone else narrative, right? You know what I mean? Because when you just look at that, right, it's like, well, what what for a person who ultimately have came to to that conclusion, right? What do you say to a person like that? You get what I'm saying, right? Because again, when it comes to acting out these narratives, right, the reason why people believe it's real is because why? You have individuals, right? It's one thing if you're asleep, I'm asleep, right? Somebody wake me up. But it's another if you are awake, but then you're asleep. You get what I'm saying? So ultimately now you got right. So just to kind of put that all within itself, right? Because there's a lot of that's just happening right now. Which then all goes back to the overall understanding as far as when like that's the perception, right? So these individuals, so just think about that, right? So we understand and we know it to be a fact that the individuals who was speaking about the things that we are speaking about when it comes to this manipulation, right? So when it comes to your nation, your government, right? So when it comes to certain people, we understand that they got executed because of how they were having a certain dialogue based upon the experience that they were experiencing. Just imagine that. So they got taken out just off of having a conversation about the experience that they were experiencing. So just think about again the narrative that now does. It now puts it into the individual's experience, again, the elected experience, that if you get out of line, these are the types of retaliations. Now, these individuals, right? All of these individuals, right? Again, think about their narrative. Their narrative ultimately derived with what? Them looking for liberation within a system that was created. How could you look for liberation when the whole purpose of the system was to control? Needless to say, as opposed to now having that conversation from a perspective of saying, well, hey, I am a free being, right? I'm not enslaved. I'm not in prison, right? Let the government try to come and get me, right? I got earth on my back, right? And that's all I need. This is why they're distracting us with us and they're compromising earth, right? They're distracting us with us and they're compromising earth. But again, so when I have these conversations, right? Oh, Blacks, did we lose you? Are you still with us?
Now he with us.
Oh, okay. My
No, I'm
fault. You
here.
kind of
I'm
froze.
here.
My bad.
I'm
My
here.
bad. You
Yeah.
froze. You froze on my
Nah,
side.
he
I'm sorry
good.
about
He
that.
good, mommy.
But yeah.
I
So yeah,
ain't
man.
froze, man. I'm listening, man. Yeah.
Yeah, my fault, brother. But
Yeah.
yeah. So ultimately, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna digress there. But yeah, man. Like yeah, man. Like we just again just have to look at it within the scope, right? Are you looking out through sight or are you looking out through vision, right? Sight is elected manifested experiences, so you're just experiencing, so that's your sight, right? Meaning you can't create anything, your vision had already been created for you. That's sight.
Mhm.
Vision, guess what? Vision gets it to where you don't have to indulge yourself with any of these frequencies, because why? You'll be out creating your own manifestation, your own frequencies, right? So the difference between making it to where now your overall beliefs are, in order for you to even have vision, it has to derive through what? Through money. That's the portal, right? So you, in order for you to ever really be free, it has to come through the conception of money, right? So this is the vision that they're feeding you, right, in front of your sight in that regards, right? But then again, to close it off here, I say to people, where do money come from? You cannot use earth to pay for earth.
It's crazy, man. Very interesting. Blacks, I don't know if he talked to you about that before, but if he hasn't, how you feel about that? Using Earth to pay for Earth, bro.
So break that down. We spoke about it, but go ahead and break it down, man, because I want to throw that. So using earth to pay for earth. Let's go, King Drew. Let me hear you, man. Let me hear. What
Uh,
what what does that mean? What's the definition of that?
Because everything that is manifested and created pretty much comes from the earth, whether it be materials, all of that. Everything that you see physical
Mm,
comes from the earth. Money
mm,
itself is created from the
mm,
earth. So you use money to pay for
mm,
the experiences of earth. So it's basically, if you break it
mm,
down, it's using earth to pay for earth. I don't know if Life want to explain it a little bit better, because
mm.
Oh
if
no,
you
brother.
No, that's
Yeah,
simple. Like I tell
right,
him,
right.
like,
You
yeah,
you went
yeah,
right. That's
like
right
like
there.
less is more.
Right,
Mhm.
Yeah,
facts,
that you
facts,
did a great job. Less is more.
facts,
So
facts.
today, earlier today, like couple, I shared an experience with life first. I said, man, I was watching a crackhead, and
Mhm.
this brother had it down pat. And for years, I've been watching people who get high that they get high, but I've never met an addict who didn't have money for their drug. You
Mm.
understand? I never met one yet who didn't have money to, even if he might have come and get, if you was a weak drug dealer, he'd have come and trust from you because your ass is weak. You don't even deserve to be in the game in the first place, because if you don't get that high, he's gonna get sick. But the crackhead or the addict, let me just say that. I apologize for anyone who struggled with abuse, for saying like that. But the addict, right? Because it's a problem that they created, right? We know that. That's an experience we could talk about on and on and on. So the
Mhm.
addict, he understands that concept of can't let earth pay for earth, meaning that he don't think of money. He think about the end result, which is the drug. And he goes from whatever hustle to the drug. The money is the middleman. He takes out the middleman. All he knows is he got to get, either he got to come and steal my sneakers right now and go bring that sneakers. He gave some crack for them sneakers. You understand? So when we figure out like money is the middleman,
Mm.
like life was asking me earlier this week, like, what do you really want? I said, yo, if we're chasing money, you'll never get to the money you desire, because we all got money. I got money right now. You got money. You got money. So it's already there. You already got a fix. So you'll never get to the ultimate thing you want. How you gonna get to $1 trillion? You can't get, because you're getting piece. So even if a junkie wants to get super high, but he's getting high daily. We're getting money daily. What do you really want? So that's my concept about money. Like, you know,
Mhm.
don't fuck with the middleman, man. Cut the middleman out. That's the money. What do you really want? And what are you going to do to get it?
Mm. That's the thing too. The other thing about money is that money just makes you more of what you already are. You know, it's not going to bring you happiness. Literally, the feeling that you feel right now is the same feeling you will have after I give you $1 million. Yeah, you'll be excited, but within a week, you're still going to feel the same way. And I'm pretty sure and you're probably going to lose it too if you don't have the right mindset, I should say. You know, so obviously we have great conversation about money because money is an interesting topic that we talk about here on this platform. And at the end of the day, it's like there's so much things that we can break down. And one of the things that stuck out to me was more so how we even get to this point and engaging in these conversations, because I feel like a lot of people are not even thinking about most of these things that we talk about. And the other thing is like, okay, you click on here and you see it and you're listening and you're like, something will click, and then some people are like, I don't know what they're talking about. This ain't for me. But it's okay. It's okay either way, because everybody is at a different part of their journey. And when you get to the right point, you find this video, it'll come to you. It'll be there. You're like, because sometimes I'll watch something, I'm like, yo, when I was watching that before, I couldn't really relate with it. But now that I watch it again, I'm like, damn, that makes so much more sense. So for me per se, I can't be deterred by if people don't watch it, because I understand that either they're not ready for it yet, or they're either past it, or it's just right for you. So if you're watching this, make sure you hit that like button, comment down below. You made it this far, you're getting value.
I'm gonna say like this, man. We're 27. I'm gonna say like this. You're 27 minutes in this video right now, and I'm now saying this right now. But we'll go back and we'll say it next time. I'm a guest when these men invite me on the show. I'm gonna hop up on there. But I'm gonna start off this show, and hopefully, is that watch this video like you read the Bible. You don't always start at the beginning. Sometimes you just gotta go. So which I'm saying is, we're 27 minutes in and I'm saying this. We might go a little longer. So sometimes you may want to go and watch the video 3 minutes, 5 minutes, until you find something that resonates to you. You understand? And that's how we got to kind of view when you get a certain kind of information that means like, what the heck is this? What are they talking about? Go and find somewhere, skip through, go through 4 minutes. Okay, I don't like what they're talking about here. Go 7 minutes. I don't know, 8 minutes. In one part of the video, guaranteed something. It may not be for tonight. It may not be in that moment that you're in, but when it resonates, it's gonna resonate, and that's it. It's gonna be there for you, because that's what certain information is like, and that's how I approach information. That I might run into a video like this, and I listen 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Now I gotta go up. I'm gonna say a story, man. It used to be this guy, white guy. People used to be, because I'm still young at the time, and young and badass, and they should be like to me, like, yo, why you talk to this white dude, man, all the time? Why you talk to him? Because, my niggas coming and link me up and check me and want to vibe me and, kick it. And I'm over there talk. And I'm going to tell you, man, this white dude will talk for like 2 hours, like seriously. And then when he was leaving, like the last 10, 15 minutes, is like bang, bang, jewels. He did it all the time. He never started off the conversation with jewels, that things that he would talk about things that was for him. But when the conversation was like it was going to end, he always left me like, to me it was like I was his psychiatrist who just listened, and that was my payment. You understand? He was giving me the information, but I had to I had to endure some kind of things before I got that information.
Exactly.
Patience, man.
Mm-hmm.
Patience. You understand? Most of us don't have patience because we're not put in positions to have patience. You understand? Only people walking around who actually will have patience is those who have done time in prison because they understand what patience is. They gotta, nigga, you ain't leaving till 6 months from now. You're gonna do break out.
Much of a
You can't
choice.
break out. You gotta wait. Yeah, you gotta wait. Children have more patience than adults right now because we want it, and they say I want my money and I want it now. They remember that commercial, but now we want. That's how life is. Period. No matter what it is. Like if I meet a woman and then she don't give me no good love on the first night, if she ain't opening her legs on the first night, nah, I'm what up that female you met? And she over there playing around, huh? Because I want it just like I seen. You understand? Because they give us the porn and they show us a girl gotta do certain things. I remember when I was coming up, if you got a blowjob, that was a big thing. Now females know they have to give a blowjob, otherwise I'm gone. So everybody want everything for now. It gotta be now. I want it today. You know, I didn't mean to over talk and overwalk.
No,
but yeah,
you're doing your thing, brother.
Yeah.
We
But that's just
that,
it, man. You know,
that's that microwave mentality, brother.
Let's go.
Instant, that now. You know, 1, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, it's out, it's hot, it's ready to go. So, you know, it's very interesting having you on here, man. Very refreshing. I appreciate you pulling up from
man, King True, of course.
Yeah. Literally, right, as I'm saying here, experiencing this experience, right, I'm like, man, yo, we got to do a spin-off. They're going to be Just Ask Blacks, you know what I mean? Just Ask Blacks. Yeah, man. Nah, man.
Oh, shit,
like,
you know,
be prepared for it, people. You already know what this is what we're talking about, right? You know, coming together, right? Again, it's all about. So, just to kind of jump back a little back and forth to what you gentlemen was talking about, right? In regards to, you know, that dopamine, right? That's essentially what it all comes back to. Going through the dopamine, right? As far as how it correlates to this money, right? Because that's essentially what you experience in the moment is you get that dopamine, right? Like you had said, oh, you know, what if you got $1 million? And you said, well, in about a week, you already be over it, right? But the reality is the money is the money. But it kind of goes back to what you were saying, Black, in regards to what is it that you really want, right? Because the money, again, is only the middleman, right? So that dopamine, right, it essentially only comes within that spam, but then the experience comes from the dopamine in that regard, right? So that's the high, right? That's the please don't kill my high, please don't kill. That's the high right there. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, you know, it's just, you know what I mean? It's just interesting, man, when you just, you know, look at those, you know, those things, you know what I mean, side by side. You know what I mean? I just find it to be extremely interesting because, yeah, man, you guys are absolutely right on, man, right on point, right? You know, money is used to leverage how you're experiencing your time on this timeline, right? So money is a deception, right? So that's all money is used, and they made it to where, let's imagine that, right? Think about for as long as how these narratives has been told. These narratives correlates a certain kind of understanding in regards to the civilizations that we experience, right? And then from there, you already have it to where you got, think about it, right? You have it to within your experience. You got a king, you got queens, you got, you know, people, you know, presidents and all of these different things. But then again, when you ask you, if you were writing the narrative within your own experience, wouldn't you want to emulate that when it's of a king, of a queen, of a president, right? So what part of this narrative are you in control of? What part of this narrative are you writing, right? Because the only time it seems like we're writing anything is when we get that dopamine, right? And then we get the money to then when we think we're actually having an experience. But again, that's only through the only through money, right? So the ultimately, in order for you to get out of whatever you might think is this, prison, right? If you continue it through this manipulation, the only way you get to the top is only through money, right? And that's what this whole thing is based upon, right? It's just getting the hits. So to go back to your point, Blacks, in regards to, I'm sorry, one of you guys asked a question, right? In regards to, what can people do or something along the lines, right? In my opinion, you just stop, right? You don't continue to go along with the thing that is creating your perceptions. You create your own perception. Why are you giving this thing that much of your energy in that regards when all along you can apply that within Earth and create your own, right? And we always have to bring it back to that because that is the intent, right? It's your own intent. Meaning what? You think I would care about any of these things if this was me experiencing my own experience? No, I'll be out experiencing what I want to experience, right? But when you're participating in and controlled environment, you have no choice but to be exposed to these experiences. So again, we're having an experience of an experience, but whose experience are we experiencing? You know what I mean?
Man, wow. Interesting bill, man. I'm telling you, I can't wait. I'm gonna watch this back, obviously. And I'm gonna put it all together.
Yeah. Yo, most of us are not raised to be thinkers, yo. For ourselves. Most of us are not raised to think. That's why when they find a thinker or a thinker and a doer together, that's why you're a dangerous individual. Look at as good as the quarterbacks are, Tom Brady, and he had to get a call, man. They had to tell him which play. That's us. Somebody got to give us the play. Tell you what, they got to call them. They got to dial in the play, man. So that's what you're seeing. So there's no one to lead. That's all it is. They need need somebody to follow. Because we're raised. Very few parents is in the house. You understand? Like, they tell you, if you got a friend, he bad news. See that other kid? Why don't you hang out with Jimmy over there? So we're taught to follow. This is a build up and a build up and a build up and a build up, that what you're seeing, that people just looking for something to follow. I'm like, I just know soon enough men's gonna be wearing dresses. Not because they're gay, that's just because that's what's gonna be stopped. But the stairs, like, nigga got a dress on, and that shit look good, and he put a dress on. Not cause, like I said, not cause he gay or nothing, just cause that's just what it is. We wearing dresses now because, so and so's wearing dresses now, and that's what's happening. So we just following the narrative. It's already written, and we're following it, and that's all you're seeing. It's very few people. I ain't never had to wear no pants that I didn't. I remember I was in Washington, D.C., and I was just riding through over there, and I bust a U-turn. And I said, damn, yo, look at this kid. Nah, I got to go get him some clothes, man. And the young boy I was with, he started laughing. He's like, yo, Black, them are some skinny jeans, man. I was like, what? He's like, because I'm up north. That shit didn't reach up north yet to us. You understand? That shit was in D.C. already. I said, some what? He said skinny jeans. I said, skinny jeans? I thought that's all he had to wear. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? Because you remember, we coming in from the baggy era. Like, The heck, you got on some, some, you understand? And I was like, nah, I can't make this young boy go. I can't make this young boy go to school like this style. So I keep waiting to see them. I'm buying up. Matter of fact, I'm about to buy me some jeans this weekend. That's at least one pair to make sure I got enough when they got us in some skirts and they're like, nah, we don't sell pants no more. That shit was lost 2 years ago. Who sells pants? Wow. Because that's what's happening, and we gotta just follow. So most people only certain you gotta go look and you gotta want. But let me tell you something that I know for sure. Once you on the same page, like Life First to say is, once you're on a frequency, you're gonna be surprised. You're gonna be surprised next couple days and months and years what this video. We might leave this that people's going to go look for this, like, yo, them dudes was heavy, and wake up to it. Yo, they knew what they was talking. You understand? So with this week, like I said, the fear of, man, I don't want to free. I'm only freeing me, and I'm a free King Jew, but I'm doing it in closed doors. They ain't gonna kill me for passing this, and for that was my thing. But like you said, if it's death, is like Kanye said, right? What a beautiful death, like jumping out this window. What a beautiful death. It's a beautiful death is gonna be then. Because like you can't erase it. It's there good for now. You can't stop it, man. So if you like it, find somebody else who gonna like it, man. Or somebody else who you figure deserve this information. You understand? Or who could wake up, like, why am I following the rest of the herd for? Let me fall out the line, man. Because it's only to destruction of the mind. Yeah. So
let me ask you a question, right,
King
Black?
Jew, man.
Oh, my fault. Fault. Actually, yeah, my bad, King Drew. I know you were trying to get.
I just wanted King Drew to tell Black something, man. If it's one thing you gotta tell me before this end, what would it be, man? Like something that you figure like, yo, man, cause I got 3 sons. You understand that and we be building, so I be like, yo, I need to get them.
I got you.
You understand? So yeah,
I got you. I got you. So it's very simple. Every decision that you have made from the moment that you were brought into this existence have brought you to this very moment. Very simple. Get it?
Yeah. I love it. Yeah.
Very simple. So you're here for a reason, and I can sense that your thought process has shifted a little bit from the beginning of the video till now. And that is our intent. It's not about just force feeding you our way of thinking. It's just to show you that, hey, there's a different way to think. And we are okay with you, regardless of which way you think. We're not judging you. It's not our place. We didn't come here to do that. So
no, we was all part of the herd too at some point.
Of course.
You understand? I would say I've been guilty of it. Today I shared an experience with Life First. I said, man, is the day when you stop caring what other people think. It's a lovely day for you, man. It's a lovely day when you can really be. I'm not talking about like create in a crazy way, like I'm about to just get nude and walk down the street. No, we're not talking that. That's something different. You need to go to the hospital. We're talking about when you really don't care what people think, the real way, but not in an aggressive, cocky way, but in a conscious mind way. You understand? Because a cocky way, that's a make-believe shit. Any person with their eyes open or just a real individual gonna tell like, man, nah, that's just a persona that you're trying to put. But I'm talking about when you really stop caring what society says. That's what I'm really talking about. Let me just come out there and say, when you stop caring what society says, it's a beautiful thing, man. And I had to go and and you just said what you just said. That means it's very dear to me now because of decisions I've made to got me right here in this. You understand what I mean? Like, in a month from now, about to be 44, and I was telling a shorty, like, man, I remember even me and life first, like we wasn't even thinking of being 19 or 18. One day I was out there fixing his bike, and some next niggas rode up on me to murk me, but he was like, I was like 17 and he's like 12, 13. He's like, nigga, I'm not leaving you out here. You're gonna have to kill me too. You understand? Like, we done been through that. You're the ages I'm saying, 13 and 17. Like, so we done been through it to be like, to hear lifers with these point of views where it's like, wake up, something have to drop off and wake the heck up, man. You can't be a gangster, or you can't be that shit's gonna get you nowhere. You can't, we all can't be rappers. We all can't be on the basketball court Friday or Sunday playing. You understand? But what we can do is free our mind so we could free the next person that's coming up also. You understand? And like I said, this is not a color thing, because I know it's somebody in a trailer park who got it. It's somebody in some suburbs got a story similar, because everybody through the same experiences. Is just where you at. If we go to Africa, if we go to Ukraine right now, and we kick it, you'll find it's the same conversation somebody gonna say to us, because we all are really basically having the same experience, because they wrote the narrative, they wrote the book. So it's no different.
It's not.
Just ask blacks, man. Again.
Yeah.
Just ask blacks, man.
The best thing is for us is tools like this. Like, when we was coming up, it wasn't this, man. It was nothing like, because we would have been free a long time ago. A lot of mistakes, and I didn't want to say, man, a lot of bad choices I made, I wouldn't got it if it was platforms like this. I'm like, yo, y'all got it, yo. Y'all got the information, yo. It's out there. I remember when P. Diddy was saying, because you remember they open eye now. Them dudes is alive, but sometimes they play dead. That's to trick the dead ones. Like, I'm dead too. You understand it? Like, yeah, they gotta trick it, right? So, and he was like, yo, it wouldn't evolution will what you should remember what he should say? It would be televised. Facts. Like this.
Facts.
He should say, you understand? We're saying that way before we even understood what you talking about. He talking this right here, these platforms. But we was lost back then. We was dancing in the club or in the car or drinking a 40 or whatever the heck he was doing back then. But now it's being televised, and you still refusing. You still. I don't want to hear that. I'm like, what are you talking over there?
They talking conspiracies. They talking.
Yeah. You understand what I mean? Yeah, that's what it is. The laws of the land is people. Like I was telling me, and Life First was kicking it, and I said, you know, you get arrested, you gotta go sign and agree. Everything is an agreement. That's my thing about life. It's like, you gotta agree. If you don't agree, you can't do me nothing.
It's a business transaction. Everything's a business transaction.
Yeah, everything. Everything is an agreement. Yeah. You was bad. I'm putting you to jail. Sign right here. Okay, the boss. I'm gonna sign right here. You know, so that's it, man. But that was deep, King Drew, man. That was deep. That was that right there, man. All the decisions gonna lead you right to that place, man. And you can't do like what Jay-Z said. It's a Y in the road every time. You can't drive straight. You gotta make a decision. Which way you're gonna go, right or left? It's just like when you come across this video, which way you're gonna go. Remember what I said, right? Fast forward, rewind until it hits you. You always gotta make a decision, man.
Mm-hmm. And not making a decision is a decision too, by the way. For y'all listening out there. If you don't make a decision, it's still a decision too. Just so you know. So if you're gonna make one, make sure you make the right one. So it comes back to that.
Or if not what, right? Or if not right, everything that you might consider to be a decision will be happening with your participation, right? Because even if you're not making a decision, you are still making the decision, so you already know what it is, right? So absolutely, man. Facts.
Bro,
that was the worst. Yeah, that was the worst one.
You have on your camera, life. That you have on your camera.
Say one more time.
Effect on your camera. It's like you're like going in and out.
You know, right? You already know what it is, yo, bro. You already know, bro. You already know, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's like it's been happening for the longest time, and I didn't want to say anything because he was talking, and I thought that was something, an effect that you put on. You seeing this too, right, Blacks?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I got no effects on.
That's crazy. Like, well, when you watch it back, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's weird, bro.
Yeah, it's just doing that, but.
Oh yeah, like you fading away, man. So you better. We might gotta go make like 10 more videos tomorrow. You understand? Beautiful deck, man. They trying to scare you off the damn network. Like you better go. You understand? You gotta go. You know.
Like they try to take you out.
They try to take you out, man. But I will soldier up and I will come back out of retirement, man. You understand? So that's just all it is, man. It ain't everybody you could touch. You understand? Without permission. Too. That's part of the agreement also. That's part of the agreement also. That's it. That's part of the real agreement. If you see me out here and showing my face to the world, it's because it's part of the agreement also. And I'm a ghost. That ain't so right. I'm a ghost. I don't even exist.
Another part to it is there's rules to this universe, right?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
The transparency plays a part into it. So everything that they're doing right in front of our faces. It's just that people are not aware enough to see it. And we can tell you till we're blue. And, you know, we can preach to the choir, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it. It just comes down to you making that decision to say, hey, what can I do to better my life? Or what is it that I really want? Because most of the things that you think you want is because you see somebody who have it or your parents have told you to go get it. Because a lot of the decisions that we made, would you really have gone through that? Would you really have done that? Not necessarily, no. So, you know, great build. Black, we appreciate having you on here, man. Can't wait to have you back on here. Of course, come on through anytime.
King Drew. Yeah, King Drew, you already know that, man.
Energy
of it. You know?
Life First is slowly fading away. I don't know, out of existence.
Are we looking now? Are we at least better now or no?
At least better. You got snapped back just now.
Yeah, came back.
You were getting dusted there, bro.
So what was going on, right?
I don't know. Literally, Thanos tried to snap you out of existence, brother.
Nah, you know, that was. I do apologize about that slight, intermission, right? What it is like, again, this is a multi-dimensional, right, experience that we're experiencing. So what happened was I had to go give some of my other entities within inside of me some support. So this is why in real time, I seemed like I was glitching, you know what I mean? So, so I do apologize about that. But yeah, people, again, ultimately the intent behind this, again, it's based upon paying attention to the combination of words that we're using to articulate and express ourselves, right? It's simple. Like King Drew said earlier, when it comes to evolution, right? Why is that not something that is something, right, in regards to evolution. But then more importantly, when we talk of evolution, look at the depictions of how evolution is experienced in that regards, right? So, and even to encapsulate that, right? So this is why, and everybody who's rocking with us, you already know, right? For like first, my religion is earth, my belief is in evolution, right? So that's just what it is. Earth is my religion and evolution is my belief, right? So let's go, right? So ultimately, you have to then again say to yourself, when it comes to again these experiences, it's very important that you make, we create an awareness of making a distinction to when we speak of these experiences, again, the elected, manifested experiences, we're not now putting ourselves in it from a perspective of now you're acting out a role. And based upon the role that you're acting out, now these are the emotions now that you have to give with it, because why? This is the depiction. Now you're acting it out, and now you have to put the emotion behind it, right? So again, it's all to keep you into this manipulation. And because you're an active member, you're creating something that you yourself is tricking yourself into saying, well, this is all real, right? So you have to really understand the levels of participation that you do willingly into your demise. You have to understand the level of participation that you do willingly to your demise, right? So, and understand that the narratives is only designed to keep us occupied while they do what? Occupy Earth and keep extracting Earth for all of the wonders, the gems, the minerals, right? Again, people, we talk about, in context of, gods, right? We see them, superheroes, right? So I'm saying to you that on Earth, there are minerals. On Earth, there are gems, right? That give you the ability to actually do these exact same things that the only way you will could ever imagine is depicted through a fictitious, characters in that regard, right? So again, I simply say that to say this, the distinctions is very, very, very vital, right? And this is our intent, right? It's not to perpetuate a narrative that is designed to keep you in captivity, but to show you that narrative and to then ask you, why are you participating? Do you not want to experience Earth the way it was designed, or are you comfortable living within your shackles? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm gonna just say one thing else before I go is get a passport, man. Like most of us running around with no passports. Like that's like at least get that to free yourself and free your mind. You understand? And move. I remember the first time. I don't know. You remember? Like first we had the caravan and we went to New York to the Caribbean Festival. And I was coming back home, and people were saying like, yo, thank y'all so much, yo. Because they had never taken a 4-hour ride to go to New York. So there's a lot of people is just right in their neighborhood, stuck right in the neighborhood. You got to get out and see the world, man. The world is a big place, man. You understand? And, you're going to get treated going other parts of the world. Like the media show us the world in a way that we don't even want to go to Africa. We don't want to go to some parts of Europe feeling like, damn, them whiteies going to crucify us if they go. No, that's untrue, man. You got to get up and go. Get up and go and experience. Come out of that experience that you're used to. Go get a new experience at least. You understand? Like, sure, get up and go, but at least get that passport, man. Because right now, if the war can't close, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna move your family and get away from it? Like, we gotta think about the escape plan also. I just want to say that. I know it's not really nothing that we're talking about tonight, but that's part of my experience. You gotta have an escape plan. You gotta have I need to get up out of here plan. You understand? You always gotta have those little things in your back pocket. Like right now, stop putting. Yes, we could say money is this or what, right? But stop putting that $10 away a week. Start doing that. Challenge yourself. You understand? To a new experience and a new thing. Like I said, I didn't thought I was gonna live to these age, so we was living like we was gonna die today or tomorrow all the time. Gotta stop living like that. You know, come off of that experience, because that's the narrative. That's something that's written for us too, to think like that. That's a programming on its own that we gotta break. You understand? Because you're gonna just be old and ain't never been nowhere, never had nothing. You understand? Never even had a good meal. You understand? You know, like, treat yourself. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. You know, we was put here on this earth. Like, what they say, how much billions of sperms or millions or whatever come out, and you the one here on this earth. So everybody on this earth is a super being. That's what that tells you. We're all a super. That alone tell you you're a super being. That in itself tells you how special everyone walking this planet is, yo. Because any other than whatever it is, if it's hundreds of millions of other individuals, they didn't get to make it. They didn't get chosen. They not the chosen ones like us. That's walking this earth, or who previously walked this earth itself. And like you said, death is part of the experience. You understand? So, but everyone doesn't get to experience life. Even though, you understand?
That's true. Wow.
Some other sperm probably who got flushed away saying like, damn, I would have did better than him. I did better than you. Yeah. You understand? Someone who got wiped up and saying, damn, why not me? How he get to go? And you over here wasting it, sleeping. You understand? Being heard like the shepherd is carrying you all over the world. The shepherd is just leaving you right on the block. The shepherd's leaving you right in the park. The shepherd's just telling you, no, you got to stay right in your confinement. You saying you free, but you ain't free. It's someone doing in prison more free than you. And don't have the opportunity. You understand? You can't even see this. And say, damn, yo, I'm about to go log on and share my point of view also. You understand what I mean? So call in and log in, and if you got something to say it. You know, share. Because I was being selfish, because I was in fear, you know, but mostly selfish, because most of us, that's the next thing too. We all are taught to be selfish. I got information, I don't want you to hear it, man. King Drew, I'm gonna keep it for myself, man. You probably been through that too, when you feel like, nah, I ain't sharing this. We all go through it too. We like, nah, this for me. That's what we do. You know, life first.
I don't mean to cut you off, brother, bro. But my favorite phrase is, you gotta share that with the world. You gotta share that with the world, brother.
You gotta share with the world.
Yeah, you can't keep that. Like, literally, if it's something that's amazing, I'm like, nah, you gotta share that with the world. Like, you can't keep that to yourself. Because at the end of the day, sharing that, you ultimately get something great back in return, regardless of what it is. And I'm telling you, I've seen the shift within you within this video, man. And I can't wait.
No, you correct.
See the response in terms of how
you's correct, though. Yeah, you's correct, man.
Yeah.
You know, you was 100% correct by that. About
this is one of you're the second person that we've brought on the platform. And I could see now that, you know, what we talk about on here is making a difference. And within the last hour in the conversation that we had with you, your perspective changed. So, you know, at the end of the day, you even came to your conclusion. The dope part about it is that you came to your conclusion by yourself. We didn't even have to say anything to you. We didn't question you about it. You pretty much put it together by yourself, and that's the best part about it.
No, the program unlocked something in me right now, man. That's what you're seeing. It unlocked the I feel all over again like you understand, like a super being.
Man.
That's how I feel right now. I feel like that's how I feel right now. You know, when the people go to church, they say, "Oh my God, I'm filled with the Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit right now from just being here and talking with like-minded people." And this, let's just say, it's a judgment-free zone, man. That's what I know. I'm in a when you're amongst individuals and you not being judged. That's a whole nother thing right now. That's let's just get that. It's like I'm not being judged. Like I'm saying what I want to say. I'm saying how I feel. So of course that's empowering on its own. You understand? I was like, damn, why do I feel like that? I felt like I slept for 12 hours and you understand what I mean? A weight came off of my shoulder. Let me just put it that way. That's the best way that I like to, like, you know, I tell lifers, like, man, I like to communicate where everyone could understand. A 2-year-old, you know exactly what I'm saying. You understand? Because that's what part it is. I'm a learner. So with a learner, you gotta, you know, that's being a teacher. You know, I watch the children, how they communicate, how they play. I like watching them, and okay, and the older folks and my age and the younger ones. I'm not here to say, oh man, you sagging your pants, or you wearing the skinny jeans. That's what they got for you in the store, so you gotta wear it. You don't got a choice right now. They don't make no bigger pants than that.
I didn't even think about that.
So you understand what I mean? So I'm not gonna knock you for the music you're listening to. I would have probably listened to 6ix9ine if I was 19. Like, sure, he hot, right? Because when we was listening to Tupac and Big and whoever else we was listening to, that was garbage to the ones who was listening to KRS-One. That was like, the heck, niggas are whack. So, you know, we can't look down on the youth for their thing, but only thing we want y'all to know is that, listen, wake up though. Wake up by the meantime. You understand? Know what's going on. Don't go down there. Wait, you understand? Be like, no, I'm not going there. I'm not going in your, I don't want to be in your play. And you're not even getting a star role. You're just a walk-on. You're the extras. That's the bad part of it. You done wrote a play and I'm just an extra? No, I didn't even get a star role. I didn't even get an also star in Blacks. My name don't even come up on the credits.
Let's go.
Come on, man.
Let's go.
You understand, King Jew, man?
Yep.
Like first, you done wrote. I never met the writer. I don't know who wrote it. I don't know nothing. And then I'm just a damn walk-on. Nah, man. I don't want to be a walk-on. I don't want to be an extra. Let me star in my own show then.
Let's go.
You understand? Right now, that's what y'all two doing. Y'all starring in your own show.
Yeah.
Star in your own show.
Let them know. Because a lot of people go through their whole existence being a walk-on in their own life. Think about that.
Yeah, in their own life. Yeah.
Walk-on.
Yeah. Yeah. Whew.
Yeah, let that sink in.
In your own life. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right.
In your own life.
You're not even the
You were
star
extra in your own life.
Yeah, you were extra. Yeah. Not realizing that you're the movie director. You're the movie director, the actor. You're all of that. That's you.
Producer. Yeah, it's you. But you're who, boy.
Literally, you're
that strikes the nerve, man. That strikes the nerve right there in me. That strikes something big in me. Damn, that lit a fire in me.
Yep.
That lit a fire in me.
That's the intent, brother. Because it's like you said, less is more, right? It's not about speaking too much. Because me, I'm actually a quiet person. I don't talk a lot. But when it comes to this, it comes out. Like literally, when all three of us was hanging out right now, I'd be so quiet.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
When it comes to this, I don't shy away from this. this is something that I know I'm supposed to do because I don't shy away from this.
Mm.
Like I can talk the whole time.
Mm.
For me, it's like I said, I call it pure downloads because it's new information to me sometimes, you know. So, every time, you know, sometimes it's like I'll say something, I'm like, damn, I wasn't even thinking about that. Where did that come from? So ultimately, I want to get to the level I tap into that, and that's why I do self-talk a lot. I'll do a lot of self-talk with myself because at the end of the day, I talk to life about how, with me, I'm at the level where I create barriers within my mind. So if there's something that, you know, I don't want to think that way, the barrier kicks in where it's like, okay, no, where it's like saying no to me, like I'm saying no to myself, but it's a barrier where I know I'm not gonna go past that. Like for me, I cut back on my drinking because I know that I'm trying to lose weight. And for me, in losing weight, I know that I have a lot of mixed drinks. So it's not like I'm taking shots, I'm doing mixed drinks. But that sugar puts on a lot of weight. So I'm like, okay, I have to create a barrier within that. Right? So within that barrier, it's like, no. But the no is so it's so stern that when I hear it, I'm like, damn, I don't even want to move because it even scares me when I hear the no. You know? So that's just the filter that I create within my mind. And I'm telling you, like, once you get to that level where you're more aware of your mind, I learned about the mind, you read about the mind. And once you start learning about it, you start understanding yourself more because at the end of the day, all that's up here is what's creating out there. So if you work on this, anything that's out there, you can fix. Yeah. So that's just the level that we all need to aspire to, where we understand this, because I feel like we're so concerned about fixing what's out there that we're completely ignoring this, because this is what's keeping you trapped. Until you free your mind, you'll never truly be free.
Yeah.
That's the level
I said. Is people doing life is more free. You know, who's but they don't free their minds.
Exactly.
While being physically in confinement.
Exactly.
You know, but we're physically free, but mentally in shackles. So you got to remove the shackles from the mind. Exactly. You understand? And that comes with everything, like you said. And I don't like to say about it's gluttony now and overindulging, because you gotta. I remember when I used to smoke weed, like I'd be so high and could barely even hold a blunt, and I was smoking it. Like, you gotta ask yourself, what's that? Like, what part of the game is this one? You're already done drunk, but you're pouring another drink.
I've been there.
Understand? I mean, so yeah, you know, it's like, so we gotta understand, like, that's when you start questioning yourself. You understand? Like, what am I doing here? This is not normal. This could never be normal. You understand? So, and when I say, you know what I mean, is like, this ain't me. I don't want to say the word normal. This can't be me, man. You understand what I mean? Because someone's looking at you. Next thing too, if it's a child, if it's a nephew, a cousin, a neighbor, a stranger, you understand? Like I said, like, you know, you see me smoking a little beanies, but I'm like, you don't want to. I won't smoke it in public. It's something that's to do with you too. You understand? Because you got to set an example. You know, because a lot of time we're people that people gonna look up to. People are gonna stop and watch you, even when you don't know they're watching you. So then you understand, you gotta be cautious of that, because just think about things that we've seen other people do that we looked up to, and now we're doing it. You understand? Not even knowing why we're doing it. Like, I love females with glasses. Like, that's been always a turn on to me. A female got a glasses, like, ooh, sexy. And then it came to one day I really had to watch my mother, and it's like, my mother wear glasses. So that's how things are put in our genes and in our DNA, and we don't even know why. Who knows? My father probably liked the woman with glasses. So we got to understand genes, DNA, and the things we see around us, what it's doing, and we're putting that programming right in our sperm. So when we have a child, whoop, the child comes out doing all this shit. He crying because we're drinking and smoking. He crying for candy. That's his next thing now. Like he wants something sweet. You know what I mean? That's his weed. That's his alcohol. He'll ball on the damn place. Like for that. Like time you're 6, 7 years old, you gotta get a whole. Just not, within the next 5 years, like a 10-year-old have a whole mouth of denture. You understand what I mean? Because he an addict for the sweet. Because we addict. So we created an addict also. You understand what I mean? So we gotta stop and really watch. Now, we done made the mistakes. Like I told you, I got seeds that I done had the little addicts to scream down the place if you took away their goddamn sugar ring pop or whatever. We done created that. We done created that monster. So this is for you listening right now, not to go and walk.
Especially this thing too. Especially this.
You understand with that? The phone, the game, the video gaming system, man. I spent a whole year or two on playing Madden. Didn't even leave the house. Long it saved me from a lot of crap, but I wasted a year or two.
Exactly.
You understand what I mean? And of not that I didn't even know a year or two went down. Where did they go? You understand? So it's discipline, man. And and these are things I still wouldn't knock. But if you ain't got discipline, I wouldn't introduce my children to it now. That's like if I had a seed today, I'd gain that shit. No, you ain't gonna get that. You're not gonna ruin it. You understand what I mean? We got listen, you only here for 70 years, buddy, if you're lucky. You understand? So we gotta potential you to get the best of the potential. You understand what I mean? You gotta help me unlock my secret powers so I could be the whole time with you and walk the whole thing with you also. Because if the brain, they say the brain can last, is built to last for hundreds of years, but is the body's not making. Because right? It's a war, brain and the body, right? If you start gaining shape and you start working out and people start telling you, oh my gosh, you're looking good, do you know your brain get angry for that? Your brain is angry.
So just ask Blacks.
Your body.
Hey, my fault, brother. Let me ask you a question, right? So I need you to go a little bit further than that, right? So when you say your brain, right? So in what perspective are you attributing your brain ultimately having now an emotional reaction to a decision? So meaning what exactly, right? So ultimately, who's making the decision, right? And then for the brain now to have the reaction to it in that sense. So when you say the brain,
the brain and the body is not one.
Ooh.
That's why when you start losing weight and you start looking good and people start telling you, your brain will tell you you're hungry. Your brain, you'll start working on your brain and tell the body it's aching, it's hurting. That's not the body, that's the brain. Because the brain wants to compliment. The brain want to hear it's smart. The brain want to, he not getting no compliments.
Okay. All right.
You understand what I mean? So the brain and the body is always at war. Your body doesn't know it's hurting. Your body don't say stop. We ain't never worked out where your body said stop. It was the brain saying that shit. Like, yeah, you getting tired, boy. Oh, boy, look at you, boy. Because he out of here, he's smart. He out of here, other thing. He ain't getting no compliments. So he's saying they're like.
But I got something for you, though, Blacks.
Yeah.
The balance is the what. The what, which is the consciousness. Once you truly tap into that, then the brain will listen to that. Because even when I work out, because that's where my filters come in. The what is what's creating the filters for me. Because I'll be working out and I'm like, I just hear my mind just thinking about, because I know I work out for 30 minutes. It's so concerned with the time, like how much time do I have left? Like literally as I'm working out, I'm just thinking about how much time do I have left? Let me see the time so I know if it's almost done. But I'm like, why are you so focused on the time? Like literally, I'll say, why are you so focused on the time? It's gonna be done when it's done. And then once it's done, you're gonna be happy that it's done. So let's just keep going. And then once we're done, then we're done. So like, literally, as I work out, I'm like, I find myself I have to distract my mind because it keeps going like, oh, we don't need to do this. Why do we have to do this? So you see how you talk about the compliments, right? It's like it'll take it in and be like, okay, well, you already got the compliments. You know, you're at a certain point. You're better off than where you were. If you were at 220, now you're at 210. You're better off. You sure you don't have to keep going. This, literally, I was hearing the thoughts, and I'm like, oh, if I'm at 220 and I say I want to get to 195, until I get to 195, those numbers in between, I'm not focused on those. 195 is the goal, and that's where we're going. But a lot of people don't have that
because you're alive. No. Yeah. They you might, like for me, one of my favorite shirts will fit right. So the brain will say, but it don't look right. It fit right.
Yeah,
but it can be way better and way more. But the brain will say, hey, that's good. That's enough. But you see, because I know this, don't get me wrong, sometimes I give in and let brain win. It's just like Pinky and the Brain. You remember? It was a oneness between the both of them, But you remember in these programming, they show you the truth, especially in the cartoons. They love to tell the truth in the cartoons. Or like first we're saying, like in the Superman and there's certain kind of, they tell you the truth now. They have to give the truth. Even this program right now, that's why they're allowing us to speak. And it ain't just shut down and they send some kind of and you understand what I mean, and just destroy it. Because they know very few is gonna listen, you see. But they have to let the truth come out. That's what I do know. That's why I'm here now today, because I know that, hey, they're talking the truth. They're like, ain't too much people is going.
Let me ask you a question real quick,
millions and millions.
So when you say they have to let the truth come out, right? Who now determined that was the undeniable rule? That no matter what, in order for you to be able to manipulate someone, you can manipulate them, but it's all about how you're now again choosing to take their sight, take their vision and give them sight through the manipulation in that regard, right? So for instance, right? So I could say it's undeniable that my intent is to ultimately, be able to depict what these experiences are, right? So, right, but now, right, so that could ultimately be my intent. But in terms of how I get to that point could be through ways of manipulation in that regards, right? So in that sense, so who ultimately decided that based upon, the truth, right? Because it's interesting, right? Because in order for any successful manipulation to work, it has to be the truth, but it's all about how that truth is then created, right? Perspective equal perception. Perspective equal perception. You know what I mean? So I always find it interesting when we reference that, in order for this to work, these individuals, right, has to tell the truth, right? So I would say to you, right, what do you feel is the cause for these things having to have to tell the truth?
It's because what we said earlier in the conversation, right? We're touching on so much issues is incredible to me. But it's because what we said is about you have to make a choice. The choice is yours.
Mm-hmm.
So because you have to make a choice, you have to know the truth to refuse it. That's the only way it works. It would have been too easy or too cruel. It would be no fun. If everyone just won or everyone just lost, who would watch that? Who would want to take part of that? No one. That's who. So it has to make, so they have to put it, it's up to you to understand where it would be. And it's truth in everything. You understand? So if the choice, only because the choice, and that's all, like, you know, back like King Jew, less is more, right? We know that. And that's just it. It's because you have to be able to make a choice. So when you watch this video, you're going to see truth, and then you're going to see your truth also. You understand? As an individual. And then you go watch something else who's talking about just distractions. Platform is more platforms just out there with the distractions, but they got truth in them too that you're supposed to learn from. You understand? But it's most 99%, 99, like a DNA test, 99.99999 distraction. And you're gonna get, you understand what I'm saying to you? That percent of. And that's just what it is. You understand? So that's just it. We gotta have a choice.
Yep. And the other thing is this, right? This video will get to you when you're ready. Because it'll be here. Mm-hmm.
Listen, I be watching, most of the videos I even watching, people's gone, yo. They been gone. You understand? It's a dude I be watching, you know, he just talks good, Reverend Ike. I don't know if you ever heard about him. He's a pastor kind of a dude, you know what I mean? He talks money, he talks shit, bullshit. This thinks that is inspiration. He's gone. Most of the people who had anything that would make an impact in your life, because, and I'm only saying he's gone, naturally he's gone. You understand? Because he was a master manipulator. So he had a good run. His whole game was convincing you to send money to him. But guess he made you feel good, so you have to pay for that. You got to pay. That ain't free. On Sunday, you got to pay pastor too when you go up in there. Understand? Otherwise, you got some horrible seats. You can't even tell what pastor had on if you don't pay. You understand? Yeah. So that's just what it is. So these if right now the three of us decided to make us millions, we could by manipulating individuals. We could do that too. You understand? So that's just all what it boils down to. Like, what side you want to play in this whole the thing. I'm at where I'm like, I try my best not to do wrong because I know right from wrong. You understand? Not to wrong people, but I have to get there. I wasn't always about that. Like, it's about me. You understand? But once you came out, understand money, you understand cars, you understand women. It's like I was telling Life first. I said, man, women's like having sex is like fast food. Like, you, after the sex is done, you feel guilty because it's like, what the heck I did this for? It's the same effect you get from eating a Burger King right now. Like, I didn't even need that shit, man. I should have ate me an apple and take my ass to bed and drink me a nice bottle of water. You understand? But, you know, because you're going to feel bad because you know better. They told us this is sawdust. This is processed. They told us about KFC with the no-head chicken. Some of us was able 6 months, a year, and we still go there and buy it. We've seen the videos. We've seen the videos. And we're still like, let me get a 3-piece, the biscuit.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You know what's so interesting about that, right? You know what's so interesting about that? Right, literally, right?
We see that.
Right? And this is why, right? Personally,
hold
man,
on, let me get 3 wings and a biscuit first, though. Like,
right,
first, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You
like,
know?
so just think
Yeah.
about that, right? Think about all the things that we are consciously aware of, that we are making a decision, right? Again, choice to participate with, right? Now we have the audacity,
Mm,
right? Now let's talk about culture real quick, right? Because seeing that's the thing that we all like to
mm,
toss around, this is my culture, this is my culture. Now think about all of the things that is associated to your culture based upon how it was depicted by somebody else, being able to experience it. And by saying like, yo, they probably had chicken for the first time, and like, yo, this chicken is actually pretty good, or whatever the case may be,
mm,
right? And then you had other groups of civilizations, all having an experience, and then all of a sudden somebody came and said, you know what, I'm gonna narrate this whole thing. And then within those narratives, they start saying, well, black people like chicken and watermelon. White people like whatever white people like, Asian, so forth, etc. Right? As it goes over how these, how you're depicted based upon your demographic, right? So, yeah, I mean, bro. So it's just so interesting when we just look at these things, right? But more importantly, now just imagine that. So we make this conscious choice in terms of engaging into it, right? And then think about it: the ones who are caretakers, right, which is known as parents, I refer to us as caretakers in that regard. So now you already know the destruction that comes from it, and let's imagine that now you're feeding that poison to your child, right? So let's imagine that.
mm,
What did your innocent child do to you? You know why? Because you're like, well,
mm,
shit, it happened to me. But look at me now. You could be all types of messed up,
mm,
right? One way or the other, right? But you're still like, well, shit, look at me. I'm still here, right? Understanding, again, the
mm.
detriment that comes from these things. And yet still we will then turn around and then do what to it? Give it to our kids, right? So this is why it's funny, me
Mm.
and somebody else was having a conversation, and I'm like, yo, straight up, we hate. Not only do we, not only do we embrace the ideology of hate, we hate our offsprings, right? So we're trying to we in the house executing them, right? But then when the cops execute them, right, they use that as an opportunity to double down on the other
Mm.
perceptions that's out there, right? But let's think about all the assassinations that we're doing, that we're complicit of doing. But yet still, it's easy for us to pivot on these narratives, right? Once it's somebody else doing the destruction, not taking a full accountability of all the destructions we have been doing as it correlates to what is it to experience this experience. You know what I mean? In the name of culture. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
Man,
Man.
amazing. I'm watching the time. I'm looking at it.
right, 20 minutes.
20
We
minutes.
say,
Yeah,
yo, we go a little
this
20
is 20
minutes.
minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes. My
This is
goodness.
20 minutes, people.
Man,
And
listen, man.
I cannot
You saying
I cannot express the feeling that I'm feeling right now. And it's like, yes, it was supposed to be 20 minutes, but as you can see, it's almost been about 2 hours.
Let's
Getting
go.
close. And I definitely appreciate the bill, man. It's necessary, it's needed, and the title speaks for itself. It's an experience within an experience. And I'm gonna add on the other part to it that we did on TikTok where we were talking and put it all together, make it look good. But at the end of the day, man, Blacks, thank you for pulling up, brother. And life first, of course.
you can see me, man. Salute, man. King
Yeah.
Jew, big up, man. I love what y'all doing, man. And I'm gonna stop in. I might be a Friday guest if I could get a little Friday love,
Oh, of course. Come
because
on.
I done did everything I was I done did everything I was supposed to do in life, meaning that like everything that is supposed to keep the house on a Friday now. So it's like, nah, kick back and relax, man. So I just want to say, if I leave at some point, when do you say, yo, I had enough of that?
Mm.
You understand what I mean? It was like, you remember the stinky leg? You remember this? They do this. I remember being in the club and I was in my 20s, but I used to be seeing some cats my age doing the stinky leg. What are you doing there? What are you nigga, you 40 plus doing the stinky leg. Like what are you doing? Do you understand what I mean? It's like
Facts.
only it's like what's open right now. the stinky leg spot, or the stinky leg, meaning the headless chicken leg spot. Like, you don't need to be out of your house these hours, man. And that's what it is. At some point, you gotta say, yo, I had enough of that. Even if you go drink or smoke, like I said, don't overeat, dog, but do it in the right place, in the right environment, man. Try to be with someone that you can see something, or come join the show or something. Like, man, I'm about to just chill, man. Bring a drink and come along, man. You understand? Don't get drunk, because then we gotta tell you go bye-bye. Like Uncle used to have to do. Go bye-bye, man. Go sleep. You gotta sleep that off, but you understand, bring a warm cup of milk, bring something and come join the show, man. You know what I mean? Come kick it with Blacks, kick it with our lifers, kick it with King Jew on a Friday, man. I'm gonna be here on Friday, man. I'm asking you guys log on and join the program on a Friday. But I got one thing to show you all, man, because I had a friend that came, life first. I was showing you, right? Y'all can see this? What's the camera, man?
Yep.
I'm all right. You see what that is, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right? You see what that is? And then this is this, right? This you seen that?
Yeah.
Y'all can see that?
Mm-hmm.
You see what it says? Why is this one? That's for the next conversation, man. But why is one? You see they both. You see what it is, right? Y'all can see say what it is. I don't know. You can see.
Yep, that's a 50. Yep. 50.
Well,
yep.
No.
Oh, a
$20 bill.
Okay.
Right. From the Republic of, I don't know if y'all can see it,
yep.
Right. And then this one is. You see it?
Where's that one from?
That's a 20 or 50
from England. 20
yeah.
from England, right?
From England, word. Yep,
220, but one got more value. Why is that? But we gonna chop that about up.
Right.
They both $20, yo.
Right.
They both $20. And if you put your $20 up there, that's another value. But it's $20.
Wow. That's
good. Again,
that's
Blacks, man, we appreciate you, man.
That's money. Now that's money. You understand? That's money. It's money. You understand? But one, if you went somewhere with it, you couldn't even wipe your ass with it. You understand? And that's money right there. So, when you talk about wake up. You understand? Come and get a little CPR with the homies, man. All right, man. I'll see y'all, man. Kick it, man. Live. I salute you, brothers, and I love what y'all are doing, man. I
appreciate you, brother, man. All love, absolutely, man. Appreciate you guys.
Brother. Thank you for
absolutely.
Cool.
Thank you for pulling out, brother.
Yeah. You want to close us out, King?
Yeah, we'll close it out. We want to thank you guys for watching. I know we said 20 minutes, but it's King Talk Live, brother. It was a lot. We unpacked a whole lot. If you made it this far, we appreciate you. Make sure you'll hit that like button, comment down below, because I know you got some value. I'm not even going to ask you if you got value. I know you did. And next time, as he already said, we're going to talk about some money, because you can see he had two 20s, but they have two different values.
Oof.
And life first. I'll close it out. Man.
Now, with that, again, appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the support. Again, you already know what it is. It's all about the intent and how it correlates to the frequencies, and how that is to expose these things that's happening within these manipulations, right? So with that, again, we appreciate you. We appreciate the frequencies, the unit, how it's being united, so we can create enough static to essentially break through these manipulations. So again, appreciate you guys, man. We out.
Till the next one. Peace.